Did you know that the biggest lie you've ever been told about blood sugar is that you have to cut carbs to fix it? Yes, that's what almost everyone believes. Cut bread, cut rice, cut everything you love, and maybe, just maybe, your numbers will go down. But what if I told you that this approach is exactly why so many people fail? What if the real solution isn't about removing food, but adding the right ones? Because here's the truth no one explains to you. Your blood sugar problem didn't start with sugar. It started with a tiny hormone that controls everything. Insulin. Insulin is like a key. Its job is simple. Open your cells and let sugar go inside where it belongs. But after years of spikes, stress, bad food habits, and constant overload, something dangerous happens. Your cells stop responding. It's like someone is knocking at the door, but no one answers. The insulin keeps knocking, but the door stays shut. That is insulin resistance. And when that happens, your body panics. It produces more insulin, and more, and more. But the sugar still stays in your blood. So what happens next? You go to the doctor, and instead of fixing the root problem, you get a prescription, more medication, more insulin, more pressure on a system that is already exhausted. And slowly, without realizing it, you become dependent. Not because your body is broken, but because no one showed you how to fix it. My name is Dr. Daniel Carter, and today, I'm going to show you something powerful. 10 foods, simple, cheap, available almost everywhere. But when used correctly, they can literally change how your body handles sugar at the cellular level. These foods don't just lower blood sugar, they retrain your body. They wake up your cells. They calm the inflammation. They restore the signal between insulin and your cells. And the best part? You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to give up what you love. You just start adding, step by step, meal by meal. Let me show you how this works. The first food might surprise you. Fenugreek seeds, tiny, simple, almost ignored. But inside your body, they act like a shield. They contain a powerful fiber that turns into a gel in your stomach, and that gel slows down how fast sugar enters your bloodstream. Instead of a spike, you get a slow, controlled rise. No crash, no panic, no overload. But that's just the beginning. Fenugreek also helps your body use insulin better, meaning your cells start listening again. Next, cinnamon. But not the cheap kind most people use. You need Ceylon cinnamon because it contains compounds that act almost like insulin, helping your cells grab sugar more efficiently. And at the same time, it slows digestion, so sugar doesn't hit your blood like a wave, but like a calm stream. Then comes one of the most underrated foods ever. Broccoli sprouts. Not broccoli. The sprouts. These tiny greens are loaded with something called sulforaphane, and this compound does something incredible. It goes straight to your liver and tells it to stop overproducing sugar while you sleep. Because yes, your liver can raise your blood sugar even when you don't eat. That's why many people wake up with high numbers, but this helps shut that down. Now let's talk about something people fear. Fat. Avocados. Most people avoid them because of calories, but that's a mistake, because the healthy fats in avocados slow down your entire meal. You can eat carbs and still avoid spikes, just by adding avocado. Same meal, different result. Now add chia seeds. These tiny seeds expand inside your stomach, forming a thick gel, wrapping around carbs, and slowing their absorption. They also reduce inflammation, which is one of the main reasons your cells stopped responding in the first place. Then we go deeper. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel. These don't just help your blood sugar. They fix the root cause, chronic inflammation, the silent problem that blocks insulin signals. When inflammation drops, your cells start working again, naturally. Add walnuts, a simple snack that can turn a blood sugar spike into a flat line because of their perfect balance of fat, fiber, and protein. Now let's fix your mornings. Eggs, whole eggs, not just the whites. Because when you start your day with protein and fat, instead of sugar and carbs, something amazing happens. Your blood sugar stays stable for hours. Even your next meal improves. No cravings, no crashes. Then comes the fastest trick of all. Apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon before a meal, can reduce your blood sugar spike by up to 20%. Yes, that fast. Because it slows digestion and helps your muscles use sugar immediately. And finally, lentils. This is where everything changes. Because lentils are carbs. But they lower blood sugar. Why? Because they release glucose slowly, over hours, not minutes, meaning no spikes, just stability. Let me tell you something real. A woman, let's call her Sarah, 63 years old. Her blood sugar was out of control. Her doctor wanted to increase her medication. She was scared, not just of the numbers, but of her future. So we didn't remove everything she loved. We added these foods: eggs in the morning, vinegar before meals, lentils instead of white rice, walnuts instead of snacks, fish twice a week, cinnamon daily. Within 1 week, her numbers started dropping. Within 3 months, she avoided that second medication. 2 years later, she's still stable. No extreme diets, no suffering, just smart changes. This is what happens when you work with your body, not against it. But listen carefully. If you are on medication, you must be careful, because these changes can lower your blood sugar quickly. Always work with your doctor. Adjust safely. Now here's your simple plan. Tomorrow morning, replace your breakfast with eggs and avocado. Tonight, soak fenugreek. Start cinnamon daily. Use vinegar before your biggest meal. And this week, add lentils and fatty fish, step by step. No pressure, no extremes, because this isn't a diet. This is a reset. And once your body remembers how to work again, everything changes. Your energy, your cravings, your numbers, your life. And if you've ever wondered why your blood sugar is highest in the morning, even when you didn't eat, there's a hidden reason and a powerful fix. Watch the next video, because that might be the missing piece for you.